Okay, we're going to do another instructional video. The first one I did was on how to search for a Greek phrase. Now I want to do a Greek root. In other words, let's say I want to find every time the word revelation appears in the New Testament. So here's the word revelation here in Ephesians 1:17. But I want to find it every time the word revelation appears because I don't know if it's common. And so what I do is I'm going to check it out in the Greek. So I go to the Greek. What verse is that? 17. So verse 17, apocalypse, apocalypseos, right here. So I want to do a search, but I don't want to just do it in this case. I don't want to just do it in this number. I want to do all times that this word appears. So it's like a normal concordance. So how do I do that? Well, I can't do it here because if I do it here, it'll only be this case and number. And that's not what I want. I want every time the word appears. So in order to get every time a word appears, and not just in this case and number, what I have to do is go to the Greek NT WH, Westcott Hort, with Strong's numbers. Now, if you haven't downloaded this, you need to download this. How do I download? I go to Download, Bibles. I'm going to look for the Greek, not Finnish. And here's the Greek. And notice it has Westcott Hort, WH. And so I'm going to do that search, okay? So that's what you're going to do. Now, I'm not going to do that now. So you download that, restart your program, and then you find apocalypsesos, loops essos. That's hard to say. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is I can't do a search. If I do a search here, oh, that's interesting. I can't even do a fast search. I have to do the other kind of search on this one. I think. How will that work? Yes, it did work. Okay. But this only appears, this is only when it's exactly this form of the verbs, of the word. I don't want that. So I need to figure out how to fix this. So here's what I'm going to do. I go to this that I just downloaded, the Greek New Testament Westcott Hort Plus, and I click on it. It was verse 17. I find our word again. Here it is. And here's the tricky part. This number is assigned to this root of this word. Yes, this number is assigned to it. Oh, the word N has a different number. Has a G, which stands for Greek, so it's New Testament, 1722. Epigenose has a different number assigned to it. And here's the deal. What this guy did named Strong, he went through the whole Bible, every single time a word appeared, and he checked whether that word, checked what that word was in the Greek. He assigned that Greek word a number, the root of the Greek word, a number. And so every Greek word in the New Testament has a different number starting with a G. So you got, you got G2443. Hina will always be that. You got G33588. Ha will always be that. Theos G2316 will always be that. And notice here, it gives you a cute little definition. It's not that great, but at least it's something. And it tells you how many times it appears. So that's pretty awesome. All right. So the number assigned to this word, apocalypseos, to the root of it, it's apocalypsis, see? And it occurs 18 times in the king, well, in any, well, generally speaking, any Bible. And it occurs 18 times. This Greek word in its root. Oh, and I forgot to mention something that's really interesting about this. Notice here, there's a second group here in blue. This is in purple, this is in black, and this is in blue. Now the blue tells us it's a noun. It tells us it's genitive. singular, and feminine. Hey, isn't that nice? And it gives it to you so you know what it is. That's pretty awesome. All right. Now, what I want to do is I want to find out how many times does the book, well, I want to not find out, I want to find where, because I know how many times, it's 18, it appears. I want to find out where it appears. So I want to do a word study on it. So what do? I right click on the purple number, which is the Strong's number, and I go to a quick search in the New Testament. Now, I can't read this. This is just way too annoying with all those Strong's numbers there and with all of these things here. I just can't do it. So this is what I'm going to do. I go over to the purple Bible. Boy, that purple Bible sure comes in handy. Now, I'm going to do I don't know how to spell it. I'm going to do that because that's what the word is. That's what we saw the word was. I'm going to save that and I'm going to save all of those verses. So what I did was I did a search. What did I do a search on? I did a search on this word. I clicked on that number. I right clicked on it and it came up with quick search. I searched the New Testament. I came up with this and I said I want to save this as a verse list, and I changed the title of it, and there you go. I just did it. Now, this is every time this root appears. So then what I want to do is I want to look at all those verses. So let's say I want to look at it in the Greek New Testament. So I get rid of these things because this is awful. So I go to the Greek New Testament, and then I go up and what is that? Select verse list. I just click on that. There's two ways to do it. I can do it there, select verse list, or I can do up here, Bible verse list. It comes up with the same thing. Here are all of those verses that we just looked at. So if I want to save them, what I do is I go over to here, I copy it, and then I can take it and I can dump it into a Word document or dump it into an Excel file. Or maybe I don't, well, I'll do that. That sounds like a good idea. So I'm going to go up to here. Verse list is not increased though. I don't want that. I want apocalypsis. I had the wrong one there. Okay. So I want apocalypsis and I'm going to copy it. I'm going to go to Word. And I'll show you why I'm doing this in a minute. Paste it. All right. Then I'm going to copy it. I'm going to take it. No. I'm going to take it to an Excel file. And I want, because I'll show you why in another video. And I'm going to paste it. There it is. So all of these verses. But you know what? I want more than just the Greek, but I do want the Greek. But I also want the English. I think I want the English. Well, I can do it in 2 different versions or 5 different versions, like just different columns. So let's do different versions. How do I do different versions? Well, I go back to eSword. I say, okay. I go up to here and I click on ESV. What am I going to do now? Well, I click on the purple Bible, or I click on, well, I can't do it now. I click on Bible, verse list, because I've already made the verse list, apocalypsis, and I say copy. Now it's in the English Standard Version. So I copy it. I go over to my spreadsheet and I go in the second column. It's the same order, same verses, and there it is. So I've got it in Greek and I've got it in the English Standard Version. And I think, I'd like to have it in the Good News Version too. So this is what I'm going to do. No, I think I'm going to cheat. I think what I'm going to do is get the Westcott Hort of it, because I'm going to cheat so that I can have this information to help me to go through it a little bit more quickly. So I'm going to select the verses. I'm going to come up here, apocalypsis, loopsis, but um, and then I'm going to copy it, paste it. It's not going to work. Yeah, okay, that didn't work. It didn't. I know why it didn't work. Okay, let's. I don't think it's going to work at all. But let me just try it. Got to paste it in here. You have to paste it into Word in order to put it into Excel, but I don't think it's going to work anyway. It did work. Okay, there you go. It's almost impossible to read because you got all these crazy things. But you know what? If you're looking to see what the strong number is, or you're looking to see, what the word is that you're looking at, it's a consulting thing. So you probably will never use it. Maybe you shouldn't use it. I don't know, but I did anyway. All right, so here we go. So now what you've got is a simple way of organizing every time the word apocalypsis appears in whatever form it appears. Genitive or accusative, plural or singular. You can just find all of those times that it appears. And you've got your Greek here, and you've got your English here, and you've got the information about it here. And I think it just all works together very nicely for you, okay? This is a concordance, but this is 100 times better than a concordance because you can do all kinds of different searches here. And so here you go. I hope this is helpful. So that's number 2.